factoring. What are the factors of 15? 3 and 5. Why? Because 3 times 5 equals 15. Factoring means to make a multiplication problem. You were given a multiplication answer, and you are coming up with a multiplication problem. Let's multiply something out, look at the answer, and see how we can go backwards. Multiply using the distributive property. 5x times 2x plus 3. 5x times 2x equals 10x squared. 5x times 3 equals 15x. To factor means I give you 10x squared plus 15x, and you give me the 5x times 2x plus 3. Our first type of factoring is to factor out a GCF, greatest common factor. That's the biggest thing that they all have. Factor 10x squared plus 15x. 5 goes into both of them, and they both have an x. So you put 5x out front. Put in the parentheses what needs to go in the blank so that it multiplies correctly to equal 10x squared plus 15x. 5x times 2x plus 3, since 5x times 2x equals 10x squared, and 5x times 3 equals 15x. Check by distributing 5x. 5x times 2x, 10x squared. 5x times 3, 15x. There should not be anything in common in the parentheses because all the common stuff should be out front. Factor and check in the next examples. Example 1, 5x squared plus 30. 5 can go into 5 and 30. They do not have an x in common. There's not an x on the 30. Put 5 out front, put what would multiply to get 5x squared plus 30 in the parentheses. Check by distributing the 5. 5 times x squared plus 6. 5 times x squared is 5x squared. 5 times 6 is 30. Example 2. These have a 5x plus 5. These have a 5 in common. They do not have x in common. 5 parentheses x plus 1. Put in the parentheses what would multiply to 5x plus 5. Check by distributing the 5. 5 times x, 5x. 5 times 1, 5. Example 3, 2x squared plus 6x. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x. They both have a 2x. Put in parentheses what multiplies to equal 2x squared plus 6x. Check by distributing 2x. 2x times x, 2x squared. 2x times 3, 6x. Example 4, 3x to the 4th plus 12x cubed plus 15x. They all have a 3x. Put that out front. Put in parentheses what 3x multiplies to equal the problem. Check by distributing 3x. 3x times x cubed equals 3x to the 4th. 3x times 4x squared equals 12x cubed. 3x times 5 equals 15x. Example 5. 2x to the 4th minus 8x cubed plus 4x squared. They all have a 2x squared in common. 2x squared will go out front. Put in the parentheses what would need to multiply. 2x squared times x squared is 2x to the 4th. 2x squared times minus 4x is minus 8x to the 3rd. 2x squared times 2 is 4x squared. Example 6. 27x cubed plus 18x squared. They all have a 9x squared. Put it in front. Put in parentheses what would multiply to equal the problem. 9x squared times 3x is 27x cubed. 9x squared times 2 is 18x squared. Example 7, 16x to the 5th minus 4x to the 4th minus 8x cubed. They all have 4x cubed in common. put in the parentheses what would equal the problem when you distribute. 4x cubed times 4x squared would be 16x to the 5th. Remember, we add exponents. 4x cubed times minus x is minus 4x to the 4th. 4x cubed times negative 2 is negative 8x cubed. Example 8. 27x squared y cubed minus 9xy squared plus 81xy. They all have 9xy in common, so it goes up front. Put in the parentheses what that would distribute to equal the problem. So check. 9xy times 3xy squared is 27 x squared y cubed. 9xy times minus y minus 9xy squared. And 9xy times 9, 81xy. Example 9. 9x squared y squared plus 15x cubed y squared plus 3xy. They all have 3xy in common. So put in the parentheses what would distribute to make it correct. Check. 3xy times 3xy, 9x squared y squared. 3xy times 5x squared y would be 15x cubed y squared. And you need a plus 1 there so that 3xy times 1 is 3xy. Example 10. 13x plus 9. This is prime. 13x and 9 do not have anything in common. Prime means that it doesn't factor other than 1 times itself. Example 11. Why is this wrong? Factor 2x to the 4th plus 4x cubed plus 6x squared. Incorrect answer. 2x times x cubed plus 2x squared plus 3x. Although it multiplies correctly, this is incorrect because 2x is not the greatest common factor. You can see inside the parentheses that there is still an x that is in each term inside the parentheses. All of the common terms should be on the outside of the parentheses. Correct is 2x squared. They all have a 2x squared. 2x squared times x squared, 2x to the 4th. 2x squared times 2x, 4x cubed. 2x squared times 3, 6x squared. And we can see no common factors inside now. That's the end.